Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Legend, and I'm back with another video. Now, I'm sorry I ain't been uploading. As you guys know, I was in the hospital, recently got out, decided to take a few days to myself just so I could recover just a little bit more. Now, I'm still not 100%, but that's besides the point. Now, Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Happy holidays. Now, doing something a little bit different. You already know what this is just by looking at the thumbnail, but I'm giving my little bro an alley-oop, giving him a little something. He's gonna write this story. I wrote part one, but I want him to write his version of the story on his channel, and I might continue to write my version on my channel. But without further ado, let's get into the intro so we can start this what if.
Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah.
We start this episode off with an 8-year-old boy with black hair, with some purple pigmentation in it. He sat on his bed crying and sniffling. He's been doing this for the past week. Only a handful of people knew what happened to the once happy boy, some of which included the dog mask Anbu and the cat mask Anbu, himself, his academy instructor Haruka, the piece of shit Sasuke, and his deadbeat father Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage. It's not like he saw the man as his father anyway. He abandoned him and his mother Mikoto Uchiha at the age of 1, or maybe it was 2. For his old fling Kushina Uzumaki. Naruto had no problem with her, but he couldn't say the same for the former. But as to why he sat on his bed for the 8th day now, crying, sobbing, screaming, and choking on his sobs, it was because his mother died on her most recent mission as an Anbu. She left him something odd though, a note, and her eyes for some reason. Naruto was pissed. He was alone. He didn't want to read the note because he wanted to know her words would stay with him forever, even if he didn't know them. As to how he got her eyes and the note, courtesy to the cat mask Anbu, Naruto just hoped that he could be as great as his mother one day. Flashback. Before Naruto was even born, in a cabin off in the distance, there was a screaming match and the sound of a baby crying. Damn it, Naka. I don't get how you can be this damn dumb. How can you do this dumb shit again? Kumo only plans to use us, and I won't let it happen. Naka scoffed. Like they can use the great Uchiha clan. We are far superior to them, and we can crush the leaf for what they have did to us. So that's what this is about? Revenge? What the actual hell is wrong with you? You are mad at the village because you tried starting a war within the clan so you can become its leader. But when the village throws you out, you think it's their fault? I became half blind for you. I pulled you from the dark path and started a family with you. What about me? What about our daughter Mikoto? You choose to go back down the same path and leave us? None of that matters to me. I was offered something great, and I plan to help Kumo in turning the tides of this war. And they will welcome me with open arms in the end. Naori was pissed, but she said nothing. She walked over to the crib and picked up the 3-month-old baby before walking to the door. I don't plan on wasting my last eye on a selfish bastard like you. I pulled you from this path before, but now I'll let you walk it. See how far you get. You won't see me or our daughter ever again. Unlike you, we can go and live in the leaf because we aren't criminals. 6 hours later. Naori placed her daughter in a crib in the Uchiha compound as she giggled while holding on to a finger. Naori smiled as she turned to her left. Thanks for watching over her, Kagami. Do you know where I can find Tobirama-kun? 3 hours later, with Tobirama. They have us all in a pinch, and we are surrounded. They have traps at every inch. They have them forward, and going back is not an option. Tobirama sighed as he looked at his 3 students, Hiruzen Sarutobi, Danzo Shimura, and Kohara Udatane. Danzo kneeled there with a scowl and a look of fear in his eyes. He didn't know what to do. How would they get out of this? I'll set the diversion, Sensei. Everyone looked at Sarutobi as he looked over at Danzo and placed a hand on his shoulder. Don't worry, I'll try my best to get you all out of this safely. Danzo slapped his hand away and stood. No, I'll do it. I was just going to offer to set the diversion. I was just thinking. Tobirama raised a hand with a stoic face. Enough. I'm proud of all of you. You 3 are some talented shinobi. But I'll be the one to keep you all safe. It's my job as your sensei and duty as Hokage. Hiruzen, if I do not return, I am appointing you as my successor as 3rd Hokage. With that, Tobirama was off, moving swiftly as he set off every single trap, dodged every explosion, hit every single tripwire, and drew out 30 Kumo shinobi from the ranks of Genin to Jonin, while his team ran and only dealt with the few stragglers. Tobirama scanned the enemy ninjas. At least 15 Jonin level shinobi, 8 Chunin, and 7 Genin. Tobirama closed his eyes and clasped his hands together. As the shinobi went to end him quickly, he spun and batted away a few kunai with his wrist guards before spinning and spitting out a wave of water. He flooded the area in a 12-meter radius, catching 6 Genin and 4 Chunin and a Jonin in the jutsu. Tobirama then moved as he bent down and placed a seal before jumping into the dome of water. It was inhumane. The way the water worked for him, as he moved through it, he was faster and more agile than a shark. He pulled out stacks of paper bombs and moved like a blur in the water dome. And in less than 3 seconds, it was filled with paper bombs as Tobirama made a hand sign and flashed out of the flooded dome of water. The moment he appeared back at his original position, the dome exploded, taking everyone inside with it. The jutsu he used was called Tandem Paper Bomb, an S-rank ninjutsu that he created and placed information on into the forbidden scroll of sealing. Tobirama had 0 time to rest as he jumped away as kunai pelted the spot that he once stood. I can't believe he just did that. Did you guys see how he killed him? He did it so fast. It happened in less than 7 seconds. He's a monster. Tobirama pulled a kunai as he went through hand signs as a seal appeared on the grip as he tossed it into the air, causing it to fly up several meters. He moved off once again, looking like a blur, dodging jutsu and kick and punch as he closed the distance. Bam! Slap, crack, crunch. Tobirama moved and waved a hand through the air as hundreds of water pellets came crashing down, ripping through anything that it hit. Another S-rank jutsu that he created that was placed in the forbidden scroll of sealing. This one was called Water Style Storm Ripple. Tobirama ended up killing the last Genin and Chunin with the jutsu. To be honest, it was a waste of chakra. That jutsu could easily kill hundreds, yet he used it to kill 5 weak Kumo shinobi. Tobirama then flashed away as he appeared in the air holding the kunai that he had tossed up. A few colorless flashes later, the remaining 14 jonin all lay on the ground in pools of blood, some missing limbs, others having been cut open as they all lay dead. This was another jutsu he created, the Flying Thunder God technique, but the true name of how he used this version was Flying Raijin Slash, a double S rank jutsu that was placed into the scroll of ceiling. Tobirama looked at all of his work before he turned and dropped the weapon and went to walk away before he felt the feeling grip him. It wasn't physical. It was more on his mental side. As a bead of sweat ran down his face, he then felt it, the presence of a tailed beast, the 9 tails, to be more specific, 2 of them. Tobirama took a deep breath, trying to catch it before he engaged in another fight. He then heard a half human and half demonic laugh as he turned, his hands going towards his sword, a sword which he was the first user of, the sword of the Thunder God. He didn't even notice us until now, Ginkaku. I thought the second Hokage was supposed to be a censor. The Gold and Silver brothers then dropped down. Both had 3 tails of chakra raving behind them. As they grinned, lightning began to crackle violently from the sword as he pulled it. Tobirama knew it was likely for him to die. These 2 were formidable. The demon chakra that they had made them even stronger. The 3 moved off, looking like blurs. The sound of metal on metal was heard as sparks of lightning and heated metal flew. Tobirama moved back, clutching a small but burning wound on his shoulder. It wasn't a deep slash, but because of the demonic chakra, it burned a lot. Tobirama moved away as lightning singed the area that he stood. He then spit out small compressed streams of water, looking to cut the brothers in half, but it simply evaporated. The brothers closed in on Tobirama as he fell to a knee, exhausted. They were only a few feet away when Tobirama saw a feminine figure land in front of him and surround her in a red ribcage. The 2 Biju cloaked brothers slammed into it before it grew arms and batted them away. Tobirama gave a small smile. "Are you okay, Tobirama-kun?" Tobirama slowly stood. "I'm fine, Naori. Just a little winded and low on chakra." Naori gave a nod. "You should leave, and I'll handle the rest of the forces in this area." Tobirama shook his head. "Not a chance. This is my job as Konoha's second Hokage." Naori gave him a soft slap. "Your job as Hokage is to protect the village with all you got and set an example for the others, not to go and fight a battle you know you will die in. Now, you have another person to set an example for, someone I want you to look after and train. My daughter Mikoto is now in Konoha. Now go. You don't have the energy to fight these 2, and you are not well equipped to deal with him. But I am." Tobirama gave a smile. He was going to do as she asked. After all, she was the only Uchiha that he was fond of. Tobirama then vanished in a flash, leaving Naori alone. Shortly, the 2 brothers returned. "Look, Ginkaku, it's a woman we get to fight now." Naori said nothing as her Mangekyo Sharingan spun to life as she moved off. The fight didn't last long because Naori wasn't fighting for fun. She was fighting for her daughter. She was fighting so her daughter could have a future. In the end, all 3 of them died. Naori, due to the amount of chakra that she forced out, and the Gold and Silver brothers, due to the extent of their injuries that even the Nine-Tails chakra couldn't heal in time. Injuries from third-degree burns, severed limbs, punctured arteries, and lacerated organs. This was the power of Naori Uchiha, arguably at her weakest moment. And she was able to take on two Jinchuriki and kill both of them. Time skip. 14 years have passed since then, and Mikoto, Naori's daughter, was currently panting on the training ground. She looked up at her sensei Tobirama. She started to take her apprenticeship with him and Hiruzen at the tender age of 7. Her gaze then drifted off to a blonde boy. He was an inch taller than her, but a year younger. And she had a small crush on him. The only thing that stopped her from acting on said crush was her best friend Kushina. Kushina was Minato's girlfriend, and she wasn't going to cross any boundaries. Tobirama also panted, as he was far from his prime now. He was in his late 40s, and a lot of things that left him out of breath should not leave him out of breath. He had to go and get a medical check done soon, because by the day, he was starting to feel weaker. Tobirama took a knee as he gripped his chest. Sensei? Tobirama looked up at the 3-tomo Sharingan. I'm fine, Miko. Just tired. That's all. End of flashback. Naruto looked down at the vial that held his mother's eyes, as his black pupilless eyes turned red with 2 tomos. Naruto placed down the vial and shoved the note into his pocket before he walked out of his house. He made his way toward the academy in a slow walk. He was in a daze, and his dark hair shadowed his eyes as he looked down. Naruto was then shoved down, causing him to eat dirt below. Out of my way, loser. You don't even deserve the same name as me. Sasuke walked by him. He was the one who shoved him. Naruto picked himself up, but he was shoved back down as a blonde girl in purple walked by. That time, it was Ino who did that. She always followed behind Sasuke, trying to get his attention. Naruto just stayed there on the ground. If he tried to get up, he was sure he would get knocked back down again. He then felt someone help him to his feet. It was a girl with pink hair and green eyes. Her name was Sakura, and she was one of the few people who were nice to him. But he didn't talk to her a lot. Are you okay? Naruto freed himself from her. I'm fine, thank you. Naruto started to walk, leaving Sakura, but she ran to catch up to him. I'm Sakura. Naruto was in no mood to talk. I know who you are. Sakura frowned at the disrespect, but she didn't blame him. Well, how about we be friends? Naruto stopped walking. He then turned and looked at her. His onyx eyes sent chills down her spine. Why would you want to be friends with me? Why the outcast? Why the so-called fake Uchiha? Why the peasant of the clan and the banished bastard? Why do you want to be friends with me? Everyone thinks I'm a joke just because my mother gave birth to me. Sakura had to admit, Naruto was dealt a shit hand, and she felt bad for him. I want to be friends because you seem like you need a friend. So how about it? Naruto looked at her for a while. Fine. The two of them walked to class together. Time skip. 5 years later, Naruto threw 10 kunai, all at once, as they all hit the dummy. Iruka nodded. Good job. That's a perfect score. Now, on to the taijutsu portion of the test. Everyone took a short walk and made it to the small arena that was at the academy. There were a few fights, some were okay, but most were absolutely pathetic. Naruto Uchiha versus Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke simply smirked. To him, this would be an easy win. The two stepped into the ring and Iruka went over the rules. Alright, begin. Naruto dropped into his stance, as did Sasuke. Everyone in the crowd cheered for Sasuke, everyone but Sakura, Hinata, and Ino. Ino just stayed quiet. Sasuke moved forward, and to Naruto, it was slow. He was just going to do enough to get him an above average score. Then he just let Sasuke win. Sasuke threw a punch and Naruto slapped it away. Sasuke carried his momentum into a roundhouse kick. Naruto leaned back, causing the kick to miss. Naruto came back with a left jab, but Sasuke looked as though he wouldn't be able to dodge it. Oh well, the piece of shit had it coming. Naruto punched Sasuke in the mouth. He stumbled back a little and wiped his mouth. 7 minutes later, Sasuke lay knocked out on the floor. It was an accident. Everyone looked at Sasuke's prone form. He was seriously lying face down on the floor. Sakura cheered loudly and Naruto looked a little bashful. Iruka stepped forward. Technically, they both lasted the time limit, and Sasuke was always number one. Iruka decided to just pass to both of them. Time skip. 1 day later, Naruto sat in his seat in class, waiting for his Jonin sensei, or more like senseis. He watched as Team 10 left, along with Team 8, but there was one person from the team who had caught his saddened gaze. It was the Jonin sensei. She was amazing, beautiful. She had a unique look with her red eyes. Her name was Kurenai, and of course she spared Naruto not a single glance at all. Naruto then jumped as he heard someone talk behind him. To think that the son of Mikoto Uchiha would have the eyes for older girls. It's very surprising. Naruto heard the tone of voice that the woman used when she said his mother's name. It was said with pity and regret. He turned to meet his Jonin sensei. It was that man's wife, Kushina Uzumaki. But guys, I'm going to end it off right here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you at it. But without further ado, I'm out and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.